I've got a few guests joining me today. I have Lindsay, I have Betsy, I have Annie, I have Liv, all part of the wonderful production of She Kills Monsters. It's coming to the Ghostlight Theatre this weekend, and you can go and see it. We've got a ton of great people. As I said, Lindsay is the director of this show. Lindsay, tell us a little bit about this show. What's it all about?
This show is about learning who you are through live action role playing. This is a journey or a quest to discover a lost soul. It's about a girl who has lost her sister um, in a car crash, and about a
Mhm.
year later, she stumbles upon a game module for Dungeons and Dragons and seeking to know who her sister was because they did not have that relationship while the sister was alive. She decides to play the game and embark on the quest to find that lost soul and learn who her sister was and try to rekindle that connection even though her sister has passed.
Wow. So this is not a comedy. It sounds like it's one of those that there's a lot of deep conversations and deep things that happen in this, right?
There are, but it's told a lot through metaphor. So there
Okay.
is a lot of comedy in it, but I would say it's dark comedy.
Sure.
And I think that the kids that are in the show have really nailed that. They have gotten the timing down for the humor
Mm.
and the delivery, and there's a lot of snarkiness in it because this whole journey is a metaphor for the adolescent journey in discovering oneself
Sure.
and finding the people who support you and learning how you're going to deal with what antagonizes you in life. And this is done through tangible antagonists that they can fight and they can conquer or hurt them. So
Mhm.
I like to see all these demons that they are fighting in real life, and their live person counterparts as this metaphor for this journey to find the self.
Now this is the fifth anniversary for the Ghostlight, but this is actually the first young adult production. Now, did you guys pick this? Did you have any part in deciding on which young teen show to do?
A bit. Um, Paul and I started talking about it because we were looking for broader opportunities for youth theater. There is a lot for actors to do in here, but a lot of it is focused on music theater, which is wonderful and has enhanced the lives of many of the people in this Zoom call. A lot, but there also needs to be a space for those kids who want to self-express in a different way or maybe aren't comfortable singing or dancing or just
Mhm.
want to do a different kind of story. She Kills Monsters is raw and it's edgy, and it allows adolescents, people on this journey, to really self-express in a way that feels authentic to them. And in spite of the fact that we're telling it through a Dungeons and Dragons narrative and we have elves and we have um, demon queens, and these characters feel real to them, and that is what I think is one of the most wonderful pieces of information that has emerged from the mouths of the people performing them, is that these characters feel real to them, which kind of caught me off guard that they would identify as an elf or as a demon queen, or but I do love identifying as a warrior. I really love how empowering all of these characters have been for the actors involved in the show.
I love that, and I love how the Ghostlight always does that with every show that is chosen. There's always a reason behind it. There's a conversation to be had, during the show, a message that may be taken afterwards, or conversations that you have with the cast and crew, and then people in the audience afterwards. That's what I love about that. How big is this cast?
11.
Wow! So you've been able to work with all these. Have you worked with some of these kids in the past?
Just Liv.
Okay.
Everyone else was new to me.
Okay. Awesome. Before I get to some of the cast members, I want to talk with Annie. Annie, I know you've been a part of many shows around the community. Has this show, from what Lindsay was saying, you hear about all the costumes, the puppets. I heard there's puppeteering and things like that that's going on with this. Has this show challenged you?
It sure has. This is one that's actually been on my bucket list of shows to do since
Okay.
I first read the script many years back. And this program being what it is that we're trying to build here, has helped offer some unique challenges and unique strengths to what I need to create costumes wise. The nature of the show is that it requires a lot of elaborate creations, and the nature of what we're building is that we want these kids to be able to help construct things and build them and be part of this all.
What's been your
And
favorite thing? Go ahead. Go ahead. What's been your favorite thing to make with this?
I must say one of my personal favorites is the dragon. I'm very, very proud of how that's turned out. And that really epitomizes what we've been trying to build, of the help letting the kids be part of building this thing, but also creating something that is a very uniquely our production and also very functional.
That's cool. Yeah, I've heard nothing but great things in productions that you've been a part of in the past and in different places. But Lindsay, you actually sought out Annie for this production. Is that right?
I did. As soon as Paul and I had really settled on this title, he gave it to me, and I read through it. I read the full version first, not the Young Adventures, and we talked about that. And once we settled on it, I was like, well, I know already the first person I'm going to reach out to.
Sure. No, that's great. So, what's the difference between the regular and this Young Adventurers edition?
The language is stronger in the
Okay.
full version, and it's pretty strong in this version too. We have a 13 plus recommended audience.
Okay.
And the time frame is a little bit different. In the full version, Agnes is an adult. She's about 23, and she's working at the school. And the evil cheerleaders who come in, who were her sister's peers, they are seniors in that version. So there's this adult-child dynamic there as she's trying to reckon with her sister's tormentors, when she really learns from her sister's own words that these girls picked on her.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a relationship that's navigated for her as well. And she has to figure out that dynamic because she's in this position of power. Whereas they are children, they are minors.
Now this She Kills Monsters will open this weekend at the Ghostlight Theatre. I want to talk with Betsy. Betsy, tell us a little bit about the character you're playing in the show.
Oh, sure. So Agnes, I think, definitely starts out being very skeptical of this whole Dungeons and Dragons thing. I think a big part of her character arc throughout the story is that she wants to be confident, but she's just not sure. And so it really takes learning about this new thing for her to make her actually feel confident instead of just putting it on, as a cheerleader might do.
Sure. Did you guys at all play Dungeons and Dragons to prepare for this, or as a cast or crew, have you played Dungeons and Dragons to get you in the mood or for this?
Oh, that would have been a great idea. I personally haven't, but I do know that a lot of our cast members do play Dungeons and Dragons, which is great. And we've definitely been looking into it and just trying to get into the culture of it.
Has it been a challenge for you at all because it sounds like, I know with Dungeons and Dragons, you really have to use your imagination and kind of think on your feet. What's been the biggest challenge for you?
I think for me, the biggest challenge has just been getting more comfortable with the improv part of it, yes, but also being more sometimes goofy or getting into character. It's very hard to kind of step out of your shell and really try to portray a character that's different from you in real life. And I think that's true for a lot of other people too.
Yeah, and I think that's the fulfilling part as an actor, especially when you're a young actor, is to really kind of let things go and just have fun with it and challenge yourself and be vulnerable. But it can be tough for some people, but of course the characters as well. So it's true to life. This is really great. Liv, let's talk about you and the character you're playing.
Yay! I love talking. No, but I play Tilly, so I play Agnes's sister.
Okay.
And what has always really interested me in this role is, well, this is one of my big bucket list roles, to be honest with you. Annie and I actually went to see this play together a while back, and ever since then, it's one of my favorite productions of all time. But what really attracts me to this role is the dichotomy between Tilly in this fantasy world and Tilly in real life, because I play both of them, and in this fantasy world you have to kind of portray who Tilly wanted to be, you know, who she wanted to be fierce and she wanted to be brave and she wanted to be like respected and all powerful and protective over her friends, when she couldn't really do that in real life. So it's like we say in the play, it's a lot about like dream fulfillment, you know?
Yeah. Well, and as you said, this is a bucket list moment for you, and it's great to be able to do that. I still have shows on my bucket list that I want to do and haven't had a chance to do, but this has been, I'm sure, very awesome to be able to be a part of. What's been your favorite part of working on this production? Obviously, when you guys do have people in the audience this weekend, that's going to be even take things to a whole nother level. But so far, what's been your favorite thing?
Okay, so I really enjoyed when we did the fight scene choreography. There is 11 fight scenes in this play, and they are all very carefully choreographed so no one gets hurt, but they still look awesome. But to be honest with you, my favorite part of this play was like the alone time I got to spend, like getting in character and thinking about, you know, why I'm reacting the way that I do, why I'm so protective of the people I'm protective over, and getting to know the cast members for sure.
That's awesome. I'm really looking forward to this, and I'm sure a lot of other people are looking forward to it. When you hear things like fight scenes and awesome costumes and a great storyline, it sounds like people do not want to miss this, and it sounds like people are already selling the place out. Lindsay, I know you guys are selling out some of the shows, but there's still tickets available for this weekend's production, right?
Yes, Friday and Sunday still have some availability. Saturday is getting close to being sold out, which is a beautiful thing. We'd love to sell out all of the shows. That would be really wonderful for this program and for these kids who put in the work. They put in the time and they deserve it.
Yeah, and this is the only weekend to be able to see She Kills Monsters at the Ghostlight. And I do love that, as you talked about the show and how very intimate and fun that it is, and the great message is that you're right in the audience, real close to the action of all those 11 fight scenes and all those great things. So if we want to get tickets for this, how do we go about doing that, Lindsay?
Facebook is the quickest way, but for those who aren't on Facebook or don't like to use that, you can go to ghostlightbh.com and get your tickets from the main website.
Okay. And of course, you could not do amazing productions like this. And it's pretty awesome that you got the first young adult production at the Ghostlight. You couldn't do it without great support. So sponsors and other people that have made this possible for you guys.
Yes, the sponsor that's specific to the show is the Connie Cassidy School of Dance. We are really grateful for them to step up and support the show.
Awesome. Again, ghostlightbh.com to get all the info about this show and the whole season for the Ghostlight, because you guys got a ton of great productions coming up. Like you've got your gala concert that's coming up in August. You've got Pippin that's still on the way, Rocky Horror Show as well. So all that good stuff, ghostlightbh.com. But I will say break legs to all of you and have fun and have a great weekend of shows. And thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you, Jonny. Thanks for having us.
Thank you.